Okay.
It's my audience. All right. Josh Carr, effective speaking, speech 3, persuasive speech. Medical marijuana has been passed in Ohio. Doctors have completed training for the ability to recommend medical marijuana as a treatment option for patients if they have one of 21 allowed conditions. Today I'm going to inform you about medical marijuana and the new treatment option that doctors have in Ohio and why it's a safe treatment option for patients. According to medicalmarijuana.gov, a patient has to see a provider who has a license to give them the certificate of recommendation for medical marijuana. The patient will then be registered by the provider. The doctor will obtain the medical card for them, and the patient will have an online portal. The doctors will be able to designate the medication for the patient if they approved of one of these 21 qualifying conditions currently in Ohio. The patient will then take the card, process any fees that are yet to be determined in Ohio for the card, and then the copay for the medication that the patient will be using the medical marijuana for. They can get up to 90-day supply at one time. I'd like to begin discussing what medical marijuana is. Medical marijuana is a treatment for the 21 conditions displayed right here on my screen. Medical marijuana can be given a 90-day supply of 3 refills, as previously stated. This is less visits to the doctor and less visits to the pharmacy than compared to the other treatment options. Controlled medications, providers make their patients come in generally every 30 days for a Schedule II opioid or narcotic pain medication. This is a far more convenient way for the patient to be treated. It is less time for them at the doctor's office, less visits, and also not an addictive medication. The medication they currently on may be reduced or may be continued. It can coincide with medical marijuana. The patient is required to meet with the physician at least once per year. The patient may continue other medication as previously stated. Medical marijuana is most likely to manage the conditions, not cure them. Medical marijuana comes in multiple forms. Ohio has everything from edibles to patches to vaping to the pills to the to smoking the marijuana, medical marijuana. They still follow up with their medical provider while using the medical marijuana to continue their other treatments or any other morbidities they may have. Now that we discussed what medical marijuana is, we'll now talk about the concerns about medical marijuana. There are cases against medical marijuana, but there is a difference between recreational, illegal, unregulated marijuana and medical marijuana as not a treatment option in Ohio. Cincinnati Children's Hospital has started a coalition against medical marijuana. Cincinnati, Ohio, yes. Biz Journals has listed concerns about medical marijuana, especially with children and the forms of medical marijuana. The possibility of one unknowingly ingesting the edible form of medical marijuana. That can be the same for anything, household cleaners, opiate medications, Tylenol. That just is across the board with any risk for children to do that. There's concern that this will only increase the risk of recreational abuse of unregulated marijuana. There are potential side effects to the medical marijuana. Live science states that THC binds to the cannabinoid receptors in your brain. This can interfere with your attention, judgment, and balance and cause mental impairment if you're on marijuana. Medical marijuana has a higher level of CBD, not THC. The recreational marijuana has a higher level of THC than the CBD. The THC is what causes the euphoric and the high feeling of marijuana. CBD has a calming effect, and that's what the main component of medical marijuana is. That's why it is potentially a good treatment for patients and not going to lead them to the recreational side of medical marijuana. The recreational side of marijuana and medical marijuana is more regulated, different genetic makeup of it. Ohio has made it illegal to use medical marijuana in the public. There's general public concern about people operating a vehicle or working at the job while using medical marijuana as a treatment option for their medical condition. The safety mechanism as followed will decrease the possibility of any accident. That goes with a lot of medications that people are prescribed for a lot of symptoms. You're not supposed to operate machinery. Now we discussed the concerns about medical marijuana. We'll now talk about the positive and why doctors are offering this treatment as an option now that is legalized in Ohio. Medical marijuana is a treatment option that should be considered by patients and providers. According to Mark Pellegrino, for that reason, there has been no person overdosing from medical marijuana. Patients are limited in how much they can get at one time, unlike prescription medications. And also, the medical marijuana has limited dispensaries and a more controlled monitoring system. Unlike prescription medications and the ability to see multiple providers and go to multiple pharmacies, with medical marijuana, you'll have one card, one designated provider, recommended treatment, one dispensary to go to. A set 90-day schedule at a time, no more than 94 fills throughout the year. Opiates, you can get multiple at a time. They can be addictive, and they can be overdosed on. As previously stated, medical marijuana does not affect the respiratory system of a human being. Medical marijuana is approved in other states before Ohio. 33 states, now including Ohio, offer medical marijuana as a treatment option. Patients who are seen at Ohio pain and rehab specialists for treatment of pain associated with one of the qualified conditions will have their opiate pain medications reduced by 50% upon the start of medical marijuana treatment plan. So there is guidelines for medical marijuana and prescribing with other medications. There are 319 doctors in Ohio who have registered to have the ability to recommend medical marijuana for patients. Over 2,000 patients have been registered thus far. The first dispensary of 56 registered in Ohio is to open by 2018. Now I'd like to close with the following statements. We have specifically looked at what medical marijuana treatment is, the concerns about this treatment, and why this treatment should be considered as a proper alternative in addition to or alone for many allowed conditions. For chronic pain, HIV, fibromyalgia, the list goes on. It may adapt, it may grow. I hope I've successfully informed you about the medical marijuana and the commencement in Ohio. Thank you.